Hey guys, says that we are live, and I hope that you guys are up. It's a little bit late for Rich and I to be doing a live stream, but better late than never. Is that a little too cliche, Rich?
Sam, I didn't even know this was a live stream until you started live streaming just now, man. So thank you for the heads up.
Yeah. So
I don't-
make sure. Listen, I've been watching your recent videos, and a lot of people have been commenting that Rich Rebuilds is full of filth. He says a lot of nasty things.
Me, dude,
Have you-
that's a big debate because do you swear in any of your videos, Sam? Like,
I do, Rich, but I have been like blanking it out. I
yeah,
usually,
I've started to do that too.
well, you know what I like to do? I like to use like everybody uses the same like cow or chicken noise. I used to do chicken noises because I have
Yeah,
chickens,
makes
but like
sense.
it's not original anymore. So I started putting in Migos ad libs
Are you serious?
whenever. Yeah, so like whenever I curse, instead of it being a bad word, it just says "mama," and then
What does one even get Amigos ad lib?
there's a whole entire YouTube video with just the Migos ad libs. Just
Are those copyright free?
I think you
Send me a
get.
link to one of the ones that you use, Sam. So put your link in the thing so I can see what people are saying about that. I don't think that's accurate, Sam.
I think you just get like "mama." I think that's like all you get.
Interesting. Someone verify the authenticity of that and make sure Sam's doing the right thing.
Yeah, geez, we will have quite a few people looking into that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you will do Rich and I a favor and make sure you contact Tesla Mode. No, that's a little bit later. If you'll do Rich and I a favor, hit the like button. Make sure we get a few other people in here before we get into the salvage car bargain hunt like we usually do. We'll
That's
hop
right.
on the auctions and we'll check things out. But hit the like button. We'll get a few more people in here. Rich, I think we gotta tell them what happened. Rich and I found out that we're related.
How did I find that out?
Well, we found that I found that out. I just randomly, and people are not going to believe this, but I randomly text Rich a picture of my Christmas gift to myself, which is over my shoulder right here. It's right there. All right. That is my arcade one-up Street Fighter machine.
Bam.
And I text Rich a picture. Hold on, let me see if I can get this picture up on my cell phone. I just text him a picture of that machine right there. Arcade one-up Street Fighter machine.
Right.
And I don't even think I said anything. I'm going to go and look at this. And Rich is like, no way. I've got the same exact thing. And I'm playing it right now. Were you actually playing it right then?
Yeah, I was actively playing it. That's the picture right there.
All right. So here's the picture I sent Rich right here of the machine on. Like I was not playing. I was just clearly showing off.
Right.
This is like
Sam was flexing.
I was flexing. And then I told Rich like I was flexing even more because I bought it at the clearance aisle at Walmart. That's like why I got it, because it was half off.
Oh. Speaking of Street Fighter, I have a moral dilemma for you, right? Real quick. Yeah. So my daughter and I I was looking around to find this game everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And I finally found one at Walmart. I know you shop there all the time, which is good. And we went there and looking for Street Fighter. They had one left, but it was on hold for someone else. This is like Christmas Eve or something like that, right? There's one left. And it was literally right behind the counter. And it had some guy's name on it on a post-it note that just said Dave. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
What would you do, Sam? It was literally right there.
Was it on clearance is the question.
It was not on clearance. So actually, I don't think it was on clearance. I think it was just marked down.
Oh, I mean, I say clearance, marked down, same thing. You said you pay like, was it $150?
Yeah, it was. It was $150.
Okay, so these things are normally $300, $150. I think I just got a legal name change to Dave.
I agree. I agree, man. That's what I wanted to do. However, my daughter was with me, and I didn't want to just grab it and be like, here you go, my name is Dave now. So I did the right thing. I said, thank you, but no thanks. I left, and then I called Walmart when I got home, And I said, "Did Dave pick it up yet?" They said, "No, come back and get it." And I drove all the way back and I picked it up.
Jeez, what a waste of time. Just become Dave for a second.
Yeah, but that's like, is that right? I don't know. Is that the right thing to do? Because what if I said my name's Dave, and then Dave and his 7 kids are coming in saying, "Oh, Daddy really pulled things through this time, right in time for Christmas."
Yeah.
And then Rich Rebuilds walks out with Dave's thing.
Talking about Rich Rebuilds, and talking about name changes, everybody notice we're probably going to be demonetized. I think we've already been demonetized because of the name on Rich's hoodie, right?
Yeah, this is I was hoping you wouldn't bring that to light, but thank you, Sam, for bringing that up. I appreciate that. This is old swag, man.
Yeah,
old swag.
All right, and being that this, somebody already wrote in the comment section, this is a live stream. I don't even think, I don't know. Maybe they put a commercial. Guys, let me know right now in the chat. Was there a commercial when you logged in a live stream? Obviously, I don't know because I can't log in my own live stream and watch. But somebody wrote, "This is a great channel, but you got too many commercials." So since we've got too many commercials, Rich, would you let the fine audience know what food item this video is sponsored by?
Oh gosh, man, this video is sponsored by Mott's assorted fruit snacks.
You don't have to give us the brand name because it's really not spot. I mean, just Rich. If you ever tune into these, you notice that Rich, he's always eating something.
There's literally 90 in here. 90. I can eat all night.
Well, what is that last year, kids? Like a week or two?
Yeah, probably like I think 4 days.
All right. These guys tuned in to see us look at salvage auctions, Rich. I don't see them complaining yet, but I think I'm going to see a complaint very soon. Come on, somebody's got to complain.
About what? Why would someone complain? This is literally perfect.
Well, it is. By the way, we got to give a shout out to the good man, and I agree with him. And I think you might right now too, Tesla. Rich. I just called Rich Tesla. Wow.
Wow.
A little late for me.
I'm flattered. Thanks.
All right, Mr. You are related to Elon, right?
I am. We're both African, so.
Okay. Rich, we got to give big thanks to, I think it was Toys Are for Boys or Boys Are for Toys and something like that. They said Teslas are evil, and the amount of super chat they donated, $6.66. There we go. All right, so we gotta ask Rich. So Rich put out a banger of a video, a couple 100,000 views, 24 hours, and Rich, I don't know, update to that? No update to that? I know you're going to do a video update, I'm sure, because you caught the attention. Anything you want to tell us, or do you want to withhold information? I'm going to leave it up to you.
So after that video, check out the video on my channel, Rich Rebuilds, the most recent video. Long story short, I purchased a Tesla Model X in October, a used one, and I didn't get it yet. So I raised hell on the last video that I posted yesterday, and it went viral. It's all over the place. A bunch of news places picked it up, and it's me pretty much just saying, what you have to deal with in buying a used Tesla Model X. And the video did so well that a higher up from Tesla reached out to me and said, "Let's talk tomorrow before you pick that car up."
All right. The only thing I have to know,
yes,
was the higher up's name. Did it start with an E?
It did not. I wish it was.
Oh.
I wanted a personal phone call from him. That would have been awesome.
That is the only. When you say higher up, I'm like, listen, at Tesla, there's one higher up. I don't care about anybody else. Higher up.
Honestly, if I'd make the whole thing go away if Elon Musk were to call me and sing me happy birthday.
Well, I mean, if he just said the words happy birthday, I'd be fine with that.
Like he sang it. I'd take that for sure. I'd like that.
All right. Well, we are going to do a screen shared in a second. I'm on Auto Auction's website. By the way, little treat for all you in here. All 933. That's what it says right here. If you look in the link in the description box below, you're going to find 2 really nice treats. First is Rich's channel. If you're not already following, I don't know what you're doing, because if you're following me, you probably already know Mr. Rich, especially if you're tuned in a live stream. But link to there. But also, don't tell. If you do this, do not write in and say, like, I usually like when people refer, say, "Hey, I found this on Samcrac's channel," whatever. But I took the link off one of my last videos, and it was for autoauctions.io, 3 reports. And I'm telling you, it's only on one of my videos that was sponsored from Auto Auctions. Mm-hmm. And they gave you 3 free reports. And reports are like anywhere from like $5 to $7 a piece. If you click that link, it will give you 3 reports because everybody always is writing me after these live streams going, what is that site you're on? What did you say? So the site, it does cost, but it's very inexpensive. But if you want to try it out, there's 3 reports in that link. And I'm going to click over on the screen share right now. And I got to make sure I'm hitting the right screen so that people are seeing this. And yeah, that is what we're seeing.
I see a naked woman, Sam.
Oh, that's not the right screen. All right, everybody, we're in the auctions. And the one reason why I also use this now instead of the main auction sites is because you guys usually send me lot numbers, look up, and I copy and paste them in. And when I do that, if it's not IAA or it's not Copart, it's not the right thing. This one, it has all the different auctions. So you give me a lot number, I'm going to find it. So start sending in lot numbers. There was another gentleman by the name of Ernest, and he sent us a couple bucks. Thank you very much, Ernest.
Thank you, Ernest.
But we got to bring up the question, something that Rich has kind of addressed, but when he did it to a specific model. He said, I think it was a Model 3. He's like, is it worth buying a Model 3? And we all know the answer to that's no, because it's too new. But that's usually the case to most cars.
Right.
Rich, is it even worth considering any Tesla anymore since you single-handedly have made this the most popular rebuilding experience online?
Definitely not an X, I'll tell you that much. I did a video on the prices of salvage Model X's versus buying. Now, that's a good-looking 3 right there. How much is that one?
$875 it's sold for. I mean, wow. Come on.
What's left from that? Actually, that's still worth it. The motor's probably still in it, right?
Well, I'm looking at it thinking, look at that steering wheel.
Wow.
That turn signal is probably worth that much money. I mean, there you go. There's your photo. What's in there?
Woof. There's not much. There's a steering rack, the AC components. That's a doozy.
So yeah, someone sent this in. Thanks to the dude that sent this one in.
Is that a turd in the front? What is that? A loaf of bread? What is that?
Looks like a branch. So, yeah, guys, send in links. Doesn't have to be Tesla, but we do want to address the question whether salvage Teslas are worth it. This one right here, $875. I'd imagine you could find something in this car.
Definitely. What is that? Oof.
This is a biohazard car, so yeah, you guys can decide on yourself. Woof. What is the woof? Somebody keeps asking. Usually they're asking me this question. They're saying, your name's Samcrac. Do you like crack or something? They're asking you tonight. Rich, are you smoking crack?
Why are they asking me that?
I don't know.
I don't understand that. What am I doing making them think I'm smoking crack or something?
Jeez. All right. So when you guys send in links, do me a favor. Just copy and paste the lot number, whether it's Copart, whether it's IAA. I'll copy it right from the chat. I'm going to paste it right in here, and we're going to look at it. And Rich, I got a little homework assignment for you, but everyone out there, besides
homework.
Listen, it's an easy homework assignment because it involves a Viper truck.
Oh,
who doesn't like a Viper truck?
I love me some Viper trucks.
I'm looking for a cheap Viper truck.
You gonna rebuild it?
It could be a rebuild. It could just be a cheap one off of Craigslist.
What is it for you? For your channel? What's going on here? You got some friends that want it.
No, I kind of always just wanted one, right? So
I mean, they're pretty quick, man.
Well, I don't know. I kind of want a truck, and like I don't want something that's boring. So Viper truck, right? So if you are search around on Auto Tempest, on Facebook, on whatever, and you find a Viper truck, let me know. Just shoot it to my email, right in the comments, anywhere. Someone said Viper truck sucks. Stay away.
That's fake news.
Well, like I had one guy I knew owned one. He's like, it literally got like 8 to 10 miles a gallon. Like,
but you know that going into it, it's a V10 in a pickup truck, a gas. You're not going to get 24 miles per gallon highway. Yeah,
but like I don't know. I had my Mercedes weighed almost as much as a pickup truck, and I had a V12 in it. And you could get 20 on the highway, but that's like that's it. 19, 20 in your.
You know what though? If you get a Viper truck, don't get a 4-door. Get the 2-door, man.
Well, that's the big question. Is it two-door? Because the two-door comes with a stick.
No, get the two-door.
Two-door, okay.
For sure.
I wouldn't mind the. I kind of like the versatility of the four-door.
I mean, what? I mean, okay. What do you have now? What do you have now, Sam? To haul stuff. You have nothing.
I do have something, Rich. I have not shown the audience. You know what it is. It's what I traded the Jetta for.
You haven't shown that thing yet? I almost spilled the beans.
Don't spill the beans, Rich. None of this, we got it. But I trade it, and it tows a lot, and it's fast. And
if you want to know what Sam bought, subscribe to my channel. I'll make it in the next video.
There you go. All right, so John Warren asked, which auction car of yours is your favorite? John, I think you're asking both me and Rich, so I'll let Rich answer that in a second. But of course, I mean, it's got to be the Audi R8, just because it was probably the least time consuming to rebuild, and it's an Audi R8, and I've always wanted one forever and ever, and I finally got one, and I got one for really cheap. So that's my answer. What's up with you, Rich? What's your favorite car? Because Rich, nobody knows this, but Rich has built way more than just Teslas.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you right now. My favorite build was actually a Chrysler 300C SRT8, because that was one of my first in-depth builds. It was a front end collision, and that was a fun one to do.
I gotta imagine those are now not that great.
Those are now basically free.
It reminds me of, so I bought that Jaguar that a lot of you guys really were fans of. I had I'm not going to go there as far as channel statistics go. When I was doing the Jaguar, they weren't the best, but anyway, that car was, somebody bought it, so I don't want to dog it too much, and it was not in terrible shape because it only had 70,000 miles. However, it was not the greatest car. And the biggest issue in it was a transmission, terrible transmission. But otherwise, decently powerful car. All right. Now I'm just going off on a tangent. We got to get back to the auction. We got to get back to the Tesla story. But I thank the gentleman for his question, for his super chat. And another super chat came in by Import Domestic. He said, "Hey, Rich and Sam, have you ever heard of Left Hand Utes out of Denver, Colorado? Randy Reese, owner and operator, imports Australian Holdens. As you already know, the Pontiac GTOs, G8s, Chevy SS." Okay, so I think that's two different things, though. Left-hand Ute and a Holden, which is the G8 or the GTO, right? Am I right in saying that, Rich? A Ute is a utility vehicle.
Those Utes, those. It's like a pickup truck, pretty much, right? It's like a G8 pickup truck.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what I think it is. A Ute is a pickup truck with a V8, pretty much. Like a chopped off back half car. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what they are. We only have in Australia.
Well, here, let's just look it up really quick here. Left hand Ute. All right, here we go. Images of a left. Oh, sick. No, it is. So it is
a pickup truck. Yeah, a G8 pickup truck, but it's a left hand drive.
I honestly have never ever seen. Obviously, I'm familiar with the Holden being the G8 or the SS, but I've never seen this. This is a strange vehicle, and I could see why it would have a following. There's probably, if there's a guy importing them, there's probably hardly any of them in the country. So
that's what you should get, Sam.
Well, look, I'll be honest. I've never been a huge fan of this sort of this is like a throwback to the El Camino, right?
Mm-hmm,
so not my thing particularly, but when I was younger, I wanted a GTO so bad because it was the easiest way to get into the V8 LS game for cheap. And, reasonably reliable, all that. So I still am a fan of the G8, the SS. I've looked at a few SSs as far as salvage auctions go, because, again, it's an LS3 and a practical car. It's one of the best parts of the Corvette Grand Sport I have is the LS3. So anyway, I appreciate you expanding the knowledge base here a little bit more, import domestic, because I had no clue of these Ute GTOs or Holdens. So I appreciate that. Now we got to turn to It's the Vito. He wants us to take a minute to explain how Rover Jag is now even worse than ever. All turbo motors are Ford EcoBoost with Ford ZF transmission. Worst ripoff. And Rich, you were talking about in your last video possibly canceling your Tesla order for a Jaguar F-Pace. Are you serious?
I-Pace, the electric one.
Oh, I-Pace. Sorry.
I was thinking about it, but like look up the I-Pace right now. Tell me what you think about it.
I know a little bit. I mean, I've seen the thing. I don't think. I want to know the statistics. How far will it go? All that sort of stuff. Rich, you care to share with us? Because I'm not. I don't
really. I want to wait. I want to watch Sam's slow internet.
All right.
With this.
So this is.
Sam, what are you in a cave?
Well,
it's not even loading.
No, this is Rich is stalling everybody because he was basically okay. This is Rich. Rich and I are talking about it. People on YouTube nowadays, specifically Rich. No, nobody but Rich. We weren't talking about anybody else. Just Rich. Yep. Being fake because YouTube has become a place of it's like reality TV when it comes to this stuff. And Rich was basically, excuse my language, bitching to Tesla.
Yeah.
Threatening to get an I-Pace. Tesla, I'm going to put you out of business by buying one Jaguar. Nobody buys a Jaguar I-Pace.
No.
And I'm not saying, I bet you this is a good car.
No one's ever purchased one. No one actually owns one.
I don't think anyone owns this car. $70,000 and it gets 234 miles. And that's why you go and buy. How much does a Model X start at?
84.
Okay, yeah, that's why you go buy a Model X. Okay, and I'm saying because if you got 70 or you're approved financing for somebody, you got 80. So nobody's buying the Jaguar I-Pace because of that. 234 miles, 0 to 64.5 seconds, pretty fast. And I'm sure this is a great car. I really do think it's a great car. But until they start bringing the prices down, well, you know what? I say that. Luxury cars are expensive now. Maybe this car is worth it. I don't know anything about the I-Pace.
Are you going to order one, Sam, or what?
No, all I know is that you're phony and you were threatening Elon in that video. And shame on you for threatening Elon.
I did.
He's a good man. He's a
good
man.
He's a good man. Do you know him personally, Sam?
He just wants your memes. That's all he wants.
He just wants memes. Right, exactly.
All right. Now, Mariano wrote, you could buy a Viper truck and put in a Hellcat engine. That is one of the best ideas I have heard all year.
Yeah, it's a great idea. But wait a minute. Is it a good idea? So let's see for a second. How much power did the old Viper truck make? 500 horse?
Like 500, yes.
And then what does a Hellcat motor make? 707?
707, yeah.
But all it is a blown V8. Why can't you just put a blower on the V12 and see what happens?
It's a V10.
And the V10 and see what happens.
Well,
I mean, if you think about it.
I think that you buy the Viper truck because it's a Viper truck. Right. I think putting a Hellcat engine, the Viper truck, it makes somewhat sense because I'm guessing that I'm guessing here, guys in the comment section or in the chat will let me know. I'm guessing it has the capability to withstand the extra power and all that sort of stuff, right? So putting it in like a regular Ram makes no sense because you have to change out so much of the drivetrain. So it makes a little bit of sense.
Okay.
Rich, they're really going after you tonight. Rich, you are possessed.
How much is that? It's 11:30 at night, guys. Give me a break.
These are I don't know. You know what's funny is he says possessed AF. I saw a license plate tonight and it said AF mom. And I looked at it and go, man, she must be like mom AF like this. She's like mom to the AF power. And then I realized it. I took 2 seconds. I got my mind out of the guy and said AF is Air Force. She's an Air Force mother.
Oh, yeah. Did you ask her? I forget. You said you.
No, I didn't ask her. Hey, ma'am, I just noticed that your mom.
Excuse me. My name is Samcrac, and yeah, you should have said that'd be awesome.
So anyway, all right. Somebody sent in a 2016 McLaren 650S, and I kind of like this from the first photos because these rails are straight AF.
Right.
And man,
so what happened to this thing?
Well, we're going to find out right now. And look at the rear looks straight AF too.
It doesn't make any sense, AF.
Well, okay, so
there we go.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass right there. But you could get that done. AF.
Where can you even get? So for this, right? You'd
Yeah.
literally have to get everything from McLaren. You need McLaren airbags, or would you remove the airbags, look at the model numbers and serial numbers, and figure out and cross-reference and figure out what manufacturer makes them, and then put those in instead? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, no. First of all, I don't. When you talk about airbags, I don't screw around. Right? You be able to buy them. You could buy them from wherever. They're going to be expensive AF.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I don't get. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I got confused by a message here really quick. Anyway, going back to this. Yes, you could get these parts. You can. I'm sure you could buy them. And that is, does it have undercarriage? Damn it! Well, no. The sensors must have gotten.
But I want to see. I mean, where's the bumper at? They just removed everything. What's going on here?
Well, it's an insurance company car, so it leads me to believe it was disassembled at a body shop. And because you don't see obviously this sort of clean.
That looks way too clean. I want to see what the crash bar looks like.
Let me see here. Well, that's the thing. The crash bar is completely gone. And it's very possible you've got a mark, a dent, like on my Corvette underside of this. Now, the guys from JR Garage, they bought a MP412C, and it looked way better than this. You know, the front hood, a bunch of parts were on it and stuff like that.
How do these YouTubers get this kind of money, Sam? I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Here I am, 11:30 at night, hoping you'll throw me $8 so I could catch the bus to work tomorrow at the live stream. And like, how are these guys affording these expensive AF cars?
Rich has got it hard, guys. He just bought the cheapest used Model X. The cheapest.
Yeah. Literally, I sorted by price and I picked the cheapest one.
And he needs that $8.
Yeah, seriously.
It's the Vito was going back. People must have been calling him out saying that wasn't racist. Tata Motors owns them. Yes, but the cars I don't think are built in India. It's we're not going to get into that. We're talking about this McLaren, Mr.
Okay, yeah,
Vito.
We won't get into that.
Mr. Vito, we thank you very much. Yeah, first of all, I like this McLaren, right? But I also want to say people are telling you, and Rich, I'm not going to answer your question how they can afford it. Everybody gets their money in one legitimate way or another on YouTube, 100%. But they got an MP412C. I talked to them like, what was the problem with that car? You have a crack in the carbon fiber. You have an issue here, issue that. And I don't think they'll mind me saying this because it was no big deal. They said the only thing that was really broken on the car was a tie rod. And I'm going, give me a break. A tie rod?
Right.
That's a 10-minute job. That's a part that on most cars is $10 or less.
Hey, look, Sam, look at that frame rail. It looks like it's almost screwed in. Look where the silver meets with the black near the tire.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's something easy to replace and just unscrew and unbolt. Almost seems like it, right?
It seems like it. Sometimes these things are glued in, though.
Huh. This is interesting.
So I got to tell you what they tell me. Tie rod, right? And they go, well, they do not sell a tie rod for a McLaren. You got to buy a whole steering rack. Steering rack's like $25,000, something insane.
Right.
And we've all heard the McLaren horror stories. So, yeah, they're like got totaled out because of that. MP412C on paper is worth whatever. And I mean, at auction, the car still sold for, in my opinion, you guys can go look it up on auto auctions if you wish. It still sold for a pretty nice price. And by the time they were done with it, you know, they're saving 20, 30% off retail. Again, I'm not sure the exact number. So maybe they're saving a little bit more than 30%.
Right.
But it wasn't like it was a 50% off car. It went for an appropriate price at auction with the salvage title and all that stuff. But it was a really simple fix they got. And they said the car is wonderful now. Now, looking at this car again, I like it. Rich, what I'm looking at right here, this is the area that concerns me.
With the fender mount?
Yeah, where the fender goes. I don't know if this is... No, this looks like a bracket of some sort. You know, the fact that they took all of this off, they're obviously looking for stuff. I see some markings here, and if you've seen that in my videos, these guys at the body shop, they're usually marking stuff. So... You know, it's a question that something I'd really like to see in person. The problem is the car's on the opposite coast. But this is a great car. I think that you could obviously rebuild it. And I say obviously rebuild it. You can rebuild anything. I think this car is a good rebuild candidate. That is going to be your biggest pain in the butt right there is taking the dashboard out. But it can be done. And There you
All
go.
right, Sam. Well, let's ask a logical question here. What would you pay for this car? Not knowing how much parts cost, because I'm sure you haven't called about the price of McLaren airbags, right? What would be the price of this car that would make sense to you to purchase it? Besides 15 grand, obviously. It's not
if I have the money in the bank and I'm bidding on it sight unseen, not knowing what I'm getting myself into, I think a 650S used is I'm going to go out on a limb here and say
well, you can't look it up, Sam.
No, it's 101. I could look up because that's something that's
I
reasonable.
want to see how good you are. You look at cars. This is like your job. You look at this all
Okay.
day.
I'm going to go. Look, I'm not going to win it, but I think 80,000. I'm not going to, and I'm saying if I had the money in the bank, that's my,
This car's worth 80?
I mean, it's a 650S. It's not a 570. This is, the legit McLaren. This is basically like a race car.
The 720 is the way you want to be, man. You know that.
Okay, well, that's a $400,000 car. So I think we're talking a car that is under 200, above 150. I think it's 80, and I think you're going to put at least 20 or 30. I mean, the body panels on this thing got to be astronomically expensive, and from the looks of it, it looks like the body shop. I'm doing air quotes. You guys can't see it right now, but that's the excuse I always get. The body shop, we threw the parts out. They were no good. And it's like, give me a break. Some of this stuff can be saved, fenders and stuff. So,
wait, Sam, I didn't know you had another channel. It's a guy that's named Samcrac V2.
No, someone says Samcrac V2.
In the chat, yeah, Samcrac V2 is his name. Here's an iPace. That's awesome, Sam. You're so multifaceted.
I do have a second channel, though, Rich. This is true.
You really?
You never see my second channel?
No.
If you look it up.
Now we're going to plug his other channel.
Well, I wasn't going to plug it. It's not in the...
Before you look at Sam's channel, look at Rich Rebuild. Subscribe to that. Okay, what's your new channel, Sam?
All right, before I tell you all what my new channel is, Import Domestic said, answer my question. But he didn't have an expletive about it. I think Import Domestic wrote us about the Holden trucks. We talked about that at length, so I appreciate it. I know I have not heard of the gentleman, but I did learn something. High Voltage 12V called it. They said Samcrac Spanish, and that is close. My new channel is called Samcrac El Gringo, and maybe I should change it. Yeah, look it up. Samcrac El Gringo. It's Samcrac in Espanol. However, it is. Oh, someone got us so good. Samcrac V2.
Got him.
Let's check this thing out.
Damn, fooled again, Sam.
This is my question. Now, I've had this discussion with people, and you guys let me know. I want you to do two things if you're on the chat right now. Number one, hit the darn like button. I almost said the other D word.
Then you'd have to blank it out with the Migos ad lib.
Mama. So you guys let me know, why are these auctions? Okay, their business is clearly to be auctioning off cars, and they've got furniture and refrigerators. Watch this. Microwave. Who the hell wants a 2000 microwave? Look at this microwave sold for 10. Who the hell's bidding on this garbage? Throw it in the dumpster and take a $12 write-off for it.
How much is a microwave? How much is a new microwave? So Sam, you know what bothers me about your comment, right? What? You completely discarded this microwave, right?
Yeah.
Someone would look at one of the cars that you've rebuilt, like that Jaguar, for example, and say, what a piece of trash. Who is actually working on this, right? And there's some guy out there that's just like, you know what? I don't have $100 for a microwave, so I'm going to buy this one for $10. See? You saved $90, Sam. Think about that. Let that sink in, Sam.
No. Let me tell you. You can go, all right, now that Rich is challenging me, okay, I'm just going to type this in. Cheapest microwave. All right, here we go. You can buy a microwave. What is this? Oh, no, this is not a microwave. $28.85.
Yeah, but you don't know how many watts that is.
I don't care how many watts it is.
You don't know how many cubic feet the other one was.
What you don't know is how many nasty meals Somebody's cooked in that old ass microwave. Somebody paid $10 for.
Sam, it doesn't matter. Sam, when you have an old ass meal in the microwave and you reheat a new meal, you get the flavor from the previous meal.
No, that's disgusting. And let me ask, and everybody right now in the chat, first of all, hit that damn like button. Damn it. I said the D word. You got it out of me.
You said darn before. You're getting out of control.
Darn it. Hit the like button. But I'm going to be kinder here, okay? I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to reason with me. If you live, look, Renee called it. They said people cook fish in those microwaves, and he is right.
So what? Then you clean it. You get some bleach or Clorox.
No, you never clean a mic. Once somebody cooks fish in a microwave, it is forever condemned. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You cook fish? Who cooks fish in the microwave? Seriously, don't you bake fish?
So people right now in the chat, let us know you work at a place. I've been here. I've smelt it. You have the break room where people put their disgusting food. You could be that guy. If you are, we're calling you out right now. You put your food in the refrigerator. You put it as far away from everybody else's because everyone else's food is disgusting. And then they go, some lady cooked. I say lady. I should just some person.
Why would you? Oh, Sam. Oh boy.
Might have been a woman. Might have been a man. I don't know. At my old gig, I'll call it a gig. Worked at a radio station. They cooked tuna fish, canned tuna fish in a microwave.
In the can? That's amazing.
No, not in the can. They took it out of the can. They put like a pita bread or something.
Right. Yeah.
But
you know, hey, you know what? Maybe they're buying this cheap microwave to be a fish microwave. Maybe they're only going to cook fish in this.
Okay. You know who's buying that microwave? Oh. I know exactly. Mr. Beast, who like microwaves a microwave. He needs he spends so much money on microwaves. He goes to Copart to buy.
Oh, that G-Wagon? Oh, snap.
All right. This is Mr. Chewy Bars. Mr. Chewy Bars is G-Wagon. He says, hey, Sam, I just want to show you my poor truck. I was looking at my phone, rear-ended a Genesis at a stop sign. My dog and I were uninjured. How much do you think to rebuild?
Okay, first of all, there's someone watching your channel that owns a 2017 G63 AMG.
Listen, I have a very, very high IQ channel. How do you say this? Yeah, people that watch this channel, all you guys right now, I want to let you know, everybody in the chat, you guys are extremely intelligent people. Okay, especially for joining the live stream.
What happened?
And I'm not joking. Like Rich is laughing. I'm being very, very serious about this. I appreciate you all joining, and what I really enjoy is your passion for what I'm doing as much as Rich. What in the hell are you laughing at, Rich?
Everyone up in the chat.
Well, I am, but they all are. Okay. The G-Wagon, 2017 G-Wagon, Mr. Chewy Bars. And his dog was in the car. First of all, I'm very happy to hear that you both were safe, and I think you can attribute that to the type of car. This is a beautiful G-Wagon, by the way. I love the interior.
That's awesome.
G63.
That is nice.
How much to rebuild? Now, this is the problem, Mr. Chewy Bars. It's tough for me to say how much it is going to cost because, frankly, maybe you get the parts off of another G-Wagon, but I can tell you these intercoolers down here probably go to the 63. It's twin turbo, all this different stuff. And without short of like just going to a Mercedes parts site and finding the cheapest parts site and going through all the parts and all that, it's going to be tough for me to answer that.
I mean, I think it should be relatively inexpensive because this body style hasn't changed in a long time. And I'm pretty sure the 2017 shares parts with the 2016s and 15s and 14s and all the other ones.
What I'm looking at here is this front corner, and I want to know what the suspension is like. Maybe if we got a little bit of suspension damage here. What I do like is that everything in the front seems to be pretty nice. I say straight for the most part. Might it be off a little bit? You never know. I say you never know from the photos. Chewy Bars would know better than we would know. But looking at everything here, I see what looks like a dent in this. I don't know if this is a turbo pipe. I think it is right here. So this stuff right here, radiator, condenser.
That'll go for a while. Oh, my God. What? And then again, wait a minute. This shares the same motor as what?
As E63. All the 63s, right? Pretty much.
So maybe it shouldn't be that bad then.
Well,
Because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, when was the last time? When did that motor come out?
it's been out for several years now. Yeah, that is a pretty damaged turbo pipe here. I think that's what that is, turbo pipe. Anyway, yeah, so I'm looking at quite a few components in the front end here. Just forget the main stuff, intercooler, radiator. This is all stuff like you could really pick up from a place like FCP Euro. And like, so when I was fixing, this was not a rebuild, but I was just fixing an old V12 Mercedes I had. This is years ago. And that was a really cheap car. You could buy a bare radiator at the Mercedes dealership. It's like $1,000. And it is the same exact radiator at FCP Euro. It's like 300 or something. And so you can buy the different stuff. It's Mercedes. It's a Mercedes, so it's going to be fairly expensive. But I'm guessing, just really without batting an eyelash, buying a mixture of used parts, third party, and new dealership parts to rebuild this car, 15 grand without batting an eyelash.
Yeah.
Then this hood is.
I was going to say 15.
Yeah, this hood you could repair if you wanted to. Otherwise, you can find a used one. But that is without me doing a whole lot of research. Could you get it done for 10? Maybe, but I don't think it'd be much less than that. Or
Yeah.
I think you're going 10 if you really get away stealing. I say stealing, getting a really great deal on parts because somebody's parting out a bunch of stuff and giving you a package deal. But 15 grand easily, and if you're not careful about it, you could be talking about.
How much do you think? How much do these go for?
This car,
I mean, I know they go for like at least 160.
Well, new, yeah, they're 100 and change. But right here, one of the cool things about auto auctions right here. And now I talked to the owner. He explained to me, Nick, this car is a salvage car with front end damage. So he compares titles, the type of damage, and the year and the model and the trim. So all these cars you see down here, these are all front end damage, or at least they came with some sort of front end damage. G63 AMGs, all the same year. And the lowest price was $60,000 at salvage auction. The highest price was $82,000, which would be this one here, which looks in pretty decent shape. Average price 70 grand. So we can assume that this car will be about 70,
60, 70.
60 to 80. And again, for anybody that might have joined the chat recently, every single time I show the site, I get a million emails afterward asking about the site in the link in the description box below. And I just ask you, don't let in the owner know, because I was supposed to only use it for one video, but there's a link in the description box that'll give you 3 free reports if you use it. So I really don't get any sort of like commission or anything because they're free reports, but it is just for you guys to use so that you can try it out and check it out, and just tell them you watched my last video. So anyway, if you really need to bring it up to him. This gentleman, we got a couple different super chats while we were checking out this G-Wagon. By the way, Chewy Bits, good luck. Glad that you're good with this, but this is a nice car. Someone could rebuild it. There's a ton of amazing parts on it too. Tyler Parker sent us a link to autoauctions.io, and I've got to figure out how I can pop this link without losing my chat. Now, where is this? Okay, I got it. Tyler, I got your link, and I'm checking it out. Tyler wants to know something about this car. What does he want to know? Can you tell me if this is worth rebuilding? I used to own this car. Good story behind it. Okay, 2014 Chevrolet Impala.
How much does that go for? How much is a used Chevy Impala 2014?
That's a question you got to ask, because there's a ton of these cars out there, especially with it being a pretty popular rental car. There's a ton of these out there. So let's see here.
I'm looking it up too.
This car's got a good amount of damage. I mean, right here on the passenger side, all those airbags in the interior. Is it just on and like all of this hood looks off. Am I seeing stuff, Rich? Are you guys seeing that with me?
The hood's definitely off. The hood's hitting the front. You see in the front corner?
What are they classifying this as? Side damage and front end damage. So you got front issue, which in the fender is dented in here. You got some pushed in here. Bumper, fender, hood. Then you've got
every panel needs work on this car.
Well, not every. I mean, this side is fine, but
no, there's a dent. There's a dent in the door.
Here's your other issue. These are expensive for what I've seen. At least like on my Chevrolet Spark, these parts were ridiculously expensive. Why I bought a donor car. If you bought a donor car, I mean, I personally wouldn't think this car would be worth rebuilding. I would think that this car is more of a buy it, take your parts off of it. There's a ton of great parts on it. It runs and drives, good engine, good transmission, a lot of beautiful interior pieces. Personally, I wouldn't rebuild it just because there's so darn many out there, and I'm pretty certain
I think
you
it'd
could find
be a really nice high-end derby car.
This one?
Yeah, why not? It runs and drives, right?
Well, I mean, if you want to spend $5,000 on a derby car.
Yeah.
So that is my personal opinion. Now, Cameron sent in this. Cameron, don't show people my cards, bro. This is in my watch list. Right here, you can see I've saved it on my watch list. This is on an incredible car.
You saved an $80,000 Mercedes.
This is going to sell for more than 80. This is going to sell for probably 100.
Sam's going to buy this car. I almost put the bean. Sam is going to purchase this car.
I don't think so. I would love this car. I don't know how many guys. Let me know right now in the chat. Is this a rebuild that you would follow? Is this something that would excite you? Or my problem is this: the amount of money this car is going to sell for, you could buy a Lamborghini, you could buy a Ferrari, you could buy something really exotic, because this is basically an exotic car, but it does not get the credit it deserves. AMG GTR.
Oh, look at that side! Oof,
not too bad.
Looks like an easy fix, though.
Just take that door out. You got to figure, what's in.
Oh, the airbag too.
Here.
I didn't see the airbag at first. There you go.
It doesn't concern me too much because going back to the interior, dashboard's good. No airbag here. Curtain is a drop of the headliner. You move all this trim, drop the headliner out.
Oh, that car is gorgeous. I even like the color.
The color's the best color. Obviously, the color the Mercedes markets this car in. This is a great car. I have it on my watch list for a reason.
I think it's awesome. I think, Sam, I've never seen a single one of your videos, but I think I would consider watching. Do I follow you, Sam? I don't know if I follow you. I follow your Spanish channel.
All right, guys, hit the like button if you think we should just boot Rich from this chat right now. Hit that like button if you think we should boot Rich.
Yeah, kick Rich out of the chat. I'm pointless at this point. I would watch this build, Sam. That would be awesome. This would be a good one.
It would be like 2 videos, like removing the door, inserting the door.
Right.
I'm driving it now.
How much did I pay for my salvage AMG GTR?
Yeah.
Everything wrong with my AMG salvage GTR.
So this is like getting the car is an experience. Getting it, whether you go to the lot, this is all the way on the opposite side of the world for me. That's another reason why I won't bet on it. The cars over on the West Coast sell for so much more money. But it would be like getting the car would be cool, going around it, driving it, like with the damage and all that would be great. Then it would be like everything wrong. The video would be like 2 minutes long. So this door's got a smash in it, and there's an airbag. It's been deployed. And that's it. So, I mean, I say that, who knows what else you got hidden behind all this stuff here. Probably some stuff in the door frame a little bit, but it's unfortunate. But what did they have it here? Estimated repair cost, $205,000. My
gosh.
So, thank you very much, Cameron. I like that car a lot.
Yep. That's a nice car.
We got some other messages. We got another super chat. I got to pull it up here. Somebody said it looks like the one from Forza. Somebody else send us something here. I hate to not. Where in the heck? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got it. Oh, your boy, Rich, your number one fan. Watch Rich Rebuilds channel said, "Hey, Rich. Hey, Rich.
What's up?"
All right. Rich, could you do me a favor? I want you to give a personalized shout out to Watch Rich Rebuilds channel. Could you do that?
Shout out to my man George that runs the Watch Rich Rebuilds channel. Thank you very much, my friend. By the way, I get to have that. You need to give me $5. That $5 was exclusively for me.
For you, okay.
Just make sure I get that with no fees taken out. Please.
All right, no problem. Tyler Parker says, I paid $17,990. Tyler, I know you've written us a couple times. I'm not sure what you paid $17,990 for, but it's all good. Somebody asked me, what is your next build? And I will tell you really quick. We got to do what am I building right now, Rich? Do you remember? Porsche 911.
Yeah, Porsche.
People don't like the way I say Porsche. They say Porsche, whatever. Porsche 911. Then I have to do. We got to get that darn Focus RS done. Got to get that.
It's still not done yet, Sam.
Why are you really asking me that?
Yeah, I know. That's like my flooded car, Angela, my Tesla. That just kind of woof. Another woof. There you go.
Yeah, well, no. So this is the thing. That's my fault. I dropped off at a body shop. Body shops are tough dealing with. I'm trying to find cars like this AMG GTR we just looked at that don't have substantial frame damage. That way I'm not taking it to these body shops 2 months later. There are guys that get the work done quick, like Mr. V-Tune. I'm a big fan of Mr. V-Tune, and he's offered to like fix a car. The problem is 800-900 miles away. So by the time I ship it to him, ship it back to me, all that sort of stuff is not, I could get it quicker and get it done, but it will cost me 4 times as much with the shipping charges.
Right.
So what do you do? You know?
Wait, Sam, we're getting blown up here for this. Someone keeps asking the same question over and over again.
What's the question?
We got to address it. The Hellcat fire car.
Oh, the Hellcat fire car.
Everyone keeps saying that. I keep saying it, and like everyone keeps bringing that up. Like every third comment is just like, talk about the fire Hellcat car.
We're gonna blow this dude's channel up, and I'm gonna tell everybody, if you're not familiar, I know what they're talking. Do you know what they're talking about, Rich?
I have no idea.
All right,
I was 2 seconds from going to bed, and you're just like, Rich, let's do a live stream. I'm just like, Sam, I have a family, I can't. And you said you don't care.
All right,
so,
here we go. Okay, well, I type in Hellcat fire, and what comes up is the other dude that had the fire Hellcat that got arrested.
yeah.
Oh, that's another story. We're not that type of channel here. We will let that individual deal with this. So this gentleman right here is DIY Gang, and give him some props here. He's gonna, I hope, let's see, where's this first video? I do want to point out one thing, Rich.
Yeah.
Where is this right here? Where is this? Right here. Okay. If you look at my screen, the title of this video is Rebuilding a Wrecked 2016
This guy is
Dodge
Sam's biggest,
Hellcat.
Sam's biggest fan.
Okay, now, first of all, I'm cool with this. Thanks, Samcrac. Big ups to you, dude, for thanking me. I don't know why you're thanking me, but I really want to say, like,
it's funny, his thumbnails all look like yours.
Well, maybe that's why he's thanking me.
This guy is like and see, Sam, you're like changing lives out here. I want to change someone's life. People are like copying your channel. No one ever tries to do stuff like me. Why is that?
All I know is he's not saying rebuilding a wrecked 2016 Dodge Hellcat from Copart. Thanks, Rich Rebuilds. Okay, I know he's not saying that.
That's what he should have said, but whatever.
Now,
again,
look,
whatever.
What I do want to say is I thank you very much for the thanks. I really am totally cool with this. I have seen this. I do think, actually, this gentleman, forgive me for calling him this gentleman. I should know his name. Let me know in the chat right now what his name is. You know, he could have done something like steal the title, like I rebuilt the cheapest, yada, 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 like 18 other guys have done. Okay. Could have totally stolen the shtick 100%.
I was gonna do that myself. I think my next video, I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna copy your I think you did a video, the R8 video that did like 20 million views. I'm gonna copy that verbatim and see what happens.
So what do I think about this? Now, full disclosure, I have not watched enough about this to give anybody a really good opinion on it. What I do see here is a Hellcat that has melted to the ground. And what I also want to tell you is that I think this dude paid under $1,000.
Dude, there's no way this car's gonna. I mean, again, I shouldn't say anything, but dude, dude.
Look, no, again, I want to give the dude props for putting these videos online. I don't know, I haven't watched enough, but I will tell you this. I did see snippets of a few of these videos, and and again, tell me right now in the chat, guys. You got to tell me because I really do not know. I feel like he's saying he's literally going to rebuild this specific car, this one that burnt to the ground, which, by the way, let's pull it up really quick on auto auctions. To pull up Hellcat, I forget if it does. It does. Cool. No, it does not.
Someone said he's going to harvest the motor and transplant it.
Okay, if he's going to transplant it, makes sense. But and obviously, I mean, come on, nobody would try and really rebuild that car. It would cost him more than
he paid $5,000 for it. He's probably going to. You know what I would do? If I was in this position, I would just have I would just start the build process and make like 40 videos, but never actually finish the car.
Are you?
I'm not implying that people have done that in the past, like your Focus RS, but I would say that's what I would do. I would make like rebuilding a wreck 2016 Dodge Hellcat from Copart, part 57. And I still wouldn't even start finishing I wouldn't even start the car, basically. I would just keep making videos.
That's well, look, all I know is I haven't watched enough. If he's going to transplant it, then that's what you got to do. And I will show you, if you want to see how it's done. I mean, this is the sort of stuff I don't touch with a 10-foot pole just because it's very labor intensive. And not to mention, I don't like breathing in that sort of stuff. But it's crazy. And crazy is good when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to content. So good for him. It's a crazy project.
Real quick, hey, this is a guy named I'm monitoring the chat because Sam can't. Mariano, he's been super chatting you. I think he super chatted you like $50,000 to answer his question. You haven't answered his question yet.
But I did answer. Oh, I do have Mariano right here. Look, Mariano, I wrote you down. You're not going to believe it because I don't have it. Look, I'm going to do this right now. And I'm going to go and I'm going to hit off. Look, I wrote it down right here. Mariano, right there. 350Z with a Nissan Hellcat engine.
Yeah, which one?
Hold on. Before we get to that, watch Rich Rebuilds channel. Rich, he wrote us again. Sam, when will you be selling your Samcrac windshield hammers so we can all own one like Rich's kitchen knives? The difference is my windshield hammers are bad because they break windshields that are good. Right. And Rich's kitchen knives actually get the job done. Okay.
Wait. People are asking me, did I get my Model X? The answer is no. I did not.
Okay, Rich, stop milking that garbage. Jeez, nobody cares. Okay.
I'm going to say no every 5 minutes. Oh, yeah, about my Model X. No, I still didn't get it. Every 5 minutes I say that.
Mariano, he wants to know 350Z Nissan Hellcat and a 350Z with a Hellcat engine. Some guy here on YouTube is doing that. What do I think? I think to each their own. That's probably the project that gentleman wants, and that is something that he will work out, it seemed like. And I sound like I'm being negative on it. I think it's cool as hell. I mean, he's got a light car with a huge engine in it. I've never personally been a huge fan of 350Z. I know, curse me in the chat. By all means, go ahead. But it's just not the sort of car I like. I love seeing like a Hellcat engine going into a retro Challenger, a retro car. I think putting it in when I see them in the Jeep Wranglers, I think that's sort of cool. But project cars, it's like B is for Builds, Datsun, to each their own. Some guys would kill for that car, and he put in a BMW M5 engine. Who does that? That's what he likes.
Yeah.
So people are telling me my audio is off of my video. There's not a whole lot I can do about that, but I could do this. I'll show you what I will do to get my audio off from my video.
Yeah, just put your screen up.
Just put my screen up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go back. So that is what I think about the 350Z. I think everybody, some guy said he wanted to build a Mustang, an all-wheel drive Mustang. And again, to each their own. That's a cool idea for him. If some people say, then you're killing the spirit of the Mustang, because a Mustang is meant to run into people at Cars and Coffee.
Wait a second. Aren't they building a four-door Mustang?
Are they building a four-door Mustang?
I think they are. Look it up.
Yeah,
I believe they are building a four-door Mustang. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's one of those meme sites or like those dark web chats I go to. But I believe that they're building.
What is that?
A four-door Mustang, my friend.
Okay, so the other question that you haven't told me about, Rich, even though you're supposed to be monitoring this chat, that everybody is writing in, they want to know about Salamandrin's McLaren Senna. Chewy Bar just wrote in about it. And that car caught on fire. Don't know a whole lot more besides it caught on fire. Everybody is asking about it. Thank you very much, Chewy Bar, for the super chat. And I will tell you this much. First of all, people are saying, buy it, buy it, buy it. There's no way I could ever, like, maybe Rich, we were talking about this earlier. Maybe Rich could swing this because he's got a really good day job. But this is a car that sold for over $1 million new. If it were to show up to the auction, you're talking several hundreds of thousands.
Dude, what car is this? I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
McLaren Senna. Am I saying that right? Senna, S-E-N-N-A. Jeez, if I'm not saying
Dude,
it
I've
right,
never even
shame on me.
seen this. What the heck is this, man?
It's a race car. It's beautiful.
Where do you even find this thing? Did he buy it?
It will sell for so much money. Number one. Number two, good luck getting the parts for it. And
Wait. How much is a McLaren Senna?
First of all, it's very limited production. A few people got it.
How
And
did Salamandrin get one? He has one of those cars?
he had one. It burned on fire.
What is Salamandrin? What the?
Okay. This is not what we're here for, Rich. We're here to answer the people's questions.
Yeah. Keep chatting. I'm actually looking.
Are asking, what do I think about? I will think that this is what will happen. Personally, I think that McLaren will buy the car back for him. And I think that you won't see it end up at an auction. That's personally what I think. I don't think it's going to show up. They're going to want to know why their $1 million+ car burnt to the ground. They're going to do research. They're going to find it. But it's not the first time we've talked about McLaren burning on this channel. It happens. And yeah. J Pavilion number 2. Hey, Rich, I have no money. I want to be able to fix Teslas and upload it to YouTube like what you do. How do I start? P.S. Don't expose me. Do you know J Pavilion?
J Pavilion, I'm actually gonna write his username down so I could expose him. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, it's easy. Oh, if you don't have any money, it's actually really hard. Actually, that's the hard part. What I would do is I would find like a cheap one, maybe one that was burned, and do like that Hellcat guy. Just like, start taking it apart, learn more and more, and then just actually do that. You could probably find a burn to the ground Tesla for maybe like $1,000, right? Buy the car, have it shipped to you, and say, I'm going to rebuild this burnt Tesla. People are going to subscribe and say, no way. But make like 30 videos and you not accomplishing anything, and you'll be a superstar. You'll be bigger than Samcrac overnight.
Wow.
It's that easy.
Okay, so that was really, really a facetious answer. We got to give the man.
It's you gotta have some money to do it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You gotta pay to play. Unless you fly up here and watch me do it. You can watch me do it too.
There's a guy, he's on YouTube, he rebuilds Teslas, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy, he's like, I got the world's cheapest Tesla, yada, yada, yada. Okay.
He's like a real jerk.
He is so fake. Let me just tell you how fake this dude is.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I like Rich because Rich is one of the last guys here. He keeps it somewhat real, somewhat. When he uses,
what does that mean, somewhat real?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. A hard time. But I'm telling you that that's the one thing that I'm saying some YouTubers will do. Be like, hey, it doesn't cost much to do this. You can get this. There are cars you can get cheap, you can fix cheap, and you could drive cheap. A Tesla, I'm really putting it out there and saying that's not possible. I don't want to say never say never. Again, let's be cliche. We started this live stream cliche. We can end it being cliche, but it's tough because you got to pay cash for all these cars. There's unless someone's going to give you a personal loan at whatever % interest to buy a salvage car, is something I would never recommend. Personally,
do you think there's a market for that, Sam, to a loan, to be someone to give loans for salvage cars? Like, what if there was a button you could press, you could apply for a loan for a salvage car? Would that be a big market, you think?
A rebuilt car, maybe, but then you got inspections and all this other sort of stuff, like a loan inspection. You don't want to be loaning out on a money pit Jetta, but a money pit Jetta's got a rebuilt title,
Right.
So much darn stuff. Look, we got to head over, but J Pavilion, good luck. I would tell you, don't start with a Tesla. Start small. Try something else so you get your feet wet. You understand what you're getting yourself into. Spend $1,000 on. There's a guy, Auto Auctions Rebuilds. He's buying $500 and $600 and $700 cars, sometimes $300 cars. He fixes them up. He flips them for a couple grand. And I'm not telling you to get into the business of flipping cars to get your money, because that's something I also don't recommend. It's a tough business, but I don't personally recommend. But to each their own.
Oh, one more thing. So if you really want to get into a Tesla for cheap, no one tell anyone this. This stays between us and the chat and the tens of thousands of people that'll probably watch this live stream after it's posted. But if you really want to get into a Tesla for cheap, the 2013 and 14 smart cars have Tesla motors in them. So you could buy one of those wrecked for cheap, and you have a mini Tesla on your hands. Don't tell anyone. It's a secret, exclusive. Don't forget where you heard it first.
Well, that was like the worst piece of advice you could have also given. Thank you, Jay Pavilion. All right, Cameron. He sent us the CTSV, and he said, quite the unicorn. And you know what's funny is I actually saw a CTSV at my local Copart yard. The whole front end was missing. I liked it better than this one specifically, though, because when you get this damage here like this on the apron and it's all pushed around, it's kind of like the Money Pagetta. There's a lot of wiring that runs through there. Typically goes the door.
Wait, is it a manual with Recaros? This one rare.
This one does not look like a manual. That looks like an automatic.
Well, those are Recaros, I think.
But those are Recaros. Now, the one that was at my Copart sold for $5,000.
Whoa.
It had a manual, but it was a 4-door. And it was not a wagon, though. But still, $5,000 for a manual with.
I'd buy that in a heartbeat. That thing would sell fast. I mean, how bad was the damage for $5,000?
It was pretty substantial in the front, but if you wanted to do, like a frame repair, like a cut off, or I know people don't like that, cut and weld, it costs too much money to go and do a full frame repair, pull the engine, unless you're doing it yourself, of course, in your garage. Oh, but,
Sam, one thing about this, I forgot to tell you, I still don't have my Model X yet. It's a quick update.
And I mean, if I want to play that game too, I'll also tell people the Ford Focus RS. I will get to rebuilding it one day. I mean,
no, really. Wait. What is the status of the RS? I thought you actually finished it.
No, I wish. I need to get it done because I know it's coming up. I think the cutoff date to get there's a what's it called? Head gasket recall that they're fixing on all of them, including salvage cars, and I think it's in 2019. I got to look it up, but yeah, this Porsche is not a tough fix, but it's being stubborn because it's old. And I literally had like 3 or 4 stuck bolts. I went and bought a welder to go and pull stuck bolts out of miscellaneous places and drill bolts out, buying drill bits and all sorts of stuff. So not a tough fix. It will probably be done, I would think, the end of this month, the 9/11. And then I'm going to jump right into the RS, finish it up. And then we're going to get into some serious stuff, hopefully. And I really haven't bought anything. I've bid on one outrageously expensive car that was outrageously expensive at one time, and it has lost like 90% of its value.
Yeah, but it's still probably $80,000.
No, it was not. It was
was it a Senna? It was probably a Senna.
It was not a Senna. No, you won't see I doubt you'll see a Senna in live action. But anyway, that's the story with that. Let me see here. I'm just looking to see. Does Focus? People are really having a good time in the chat tonight. I like to see that. I really appreciate.
As I say, the kids say the chat is lit.
It's lit tonight.
You used lit the other day, Sam. It really bothered me when you said that.
What did I say? It was lit.
You said something about lit. I was like, Sam, don't say that. It really bugged me. It stuck with me for a while.
I think I was talking about a fire damaged car.
I figured I'd bring it up now, but yeah, it really bugged me when you said that.
I said it's lit.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it's past Rich Rebuild's bedtime, so we're going to wrap this thing up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Any questions, any comments, anything like that, Rich's channel is listed down below, and my email, my Instagram, all that is listed down below. Thank you again for joining this live stream. We'll catch you very soon.